Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, welcome to week 5 of Year 9 business work. Great work last week. Some of the jobs were amazing. From a private pilot to fly your plane around the world, lots of maids, lots of cooks, lots of cleaners. My favourite was the person who wanted a maid to clean the toilet after their brother had used it. It really was very funny. So well done. This week we're kind of moving on from that, and we're going to be looking at a bit more about recruitment. So, if you remember, we looked at the process of recruitment last time. The first one was the business identifying the need. So you've identified that you need a job. You've written your job description, your person specification. And you also advertised the job. You came up with that advert. We're gonna pretend that you've had lots of applications in, and you've shortlisted it down to 3 or 4 people that you want to interview. And today we're going to look at the interview process. And when you go to an interview for a job, you will be asked questions. And what I want you to do is spend this week investigating those questions that you would ask people. So you can go back to use the role that you came up with last week, or if you haven't done that, just use a butler or a maid or someone that you want to work in the house. And I want you to firstly write 5 questions that you would ask them at interview. And part 2 of this is explaining why you would ask those first 5 questions. So, for example, you might say, why do you want this job? And if they say, I want money, you might think, oh, maybe they're just going to do the bare minimum just to get paid. So maybe I don't want that. So maybe that question you're asking is to find out what their motivation is. What do they want to achieve? So try and ask 5 questions that you think would really determine what type of person you've got in front of you. Remember, these people are strangers. They're standing in front of you, you don't know who they are, and you want to find out, would they be good for this job? Maybe you could ask you, I've seen before, either questions about their motivation or where they want to be in 5 years, of what their ambitions are, to questions that say, when have you done this? Show me an example of when you have shown your problem solving skills. And then the person being interviewed has to say, oh, well, I couldn't get the bin out of the bag, whatever, and come up with a situation where they solved a problem. So that's task 1 and 2, is kind of think of 5 questions that you would ask someone in a job interview, and then tell me why you would ask those particular questions. Question number 3 is a bit fun. I want you to find the 5 strangest interview questions. There are lots and lots of strange interview questions, one of which is like, what type of animal do you think you would be and why? There's lots like that. So have a Google what are the strangest interview questions you can find. Very simple task. This is due in for Thursday, please. Thursday, because Friday is bank holiday. I hope you enjoy the long weekend. We are off to get dressed. I will see you next week. Thanks, guys.